Texas, there was a boy who won the girls wrestling state championship. Do you think that he should have been allowed to compete in that division?
I think that a man taking down a woman on a map should warrant a call to the police.
Wonderful.
And should not, of course, be considered a sport.
Because he was actually born female and forced to compete in that division despite being on HRT.
I am so open to transgender people. Like, if they want to have their own division, go for it. I literally, in fact, I would love to watch it. I actually would love to watch it. If you are opting in as a man, as a woman, to having a man take you down on a mat, that is totally fine for me. But what is unacceptable is that we have these divisions. This is for women, this is for men, and you have people that are allowing men to compete in these women's divisions and to obviously dominate, because going back to biology, right, men, of course, are stronger than women. They are always going to be stronger and faster than women.
It's like how Leah Thomas went from getting second place in a race as a man to winning the race.
Yeah, it's completely unacceptable, and it's fraudulent, and the people...
Exactly. Going from second to first does not happen naturally. Yeah.
And so I think... Leah
Thomas, the swimmer who came in second place in
as a man, that's right. Yeah.
Championships.
Yeah, and then he just switched his gender and suddenly was dominating.
Went from second to first. As someone who competed in athletics in college and high school myself, no one ever goes from second place to first place.
Okay, so if you, Leah Thomas was not in second place when he was competing with men.
He absolutely was. If you look at the 2019 Ivy League Championships,
that is not true.
Look at the statistics. Ivy League Championships 2019 men's division in the 100 free for both the prelims and the finals.
Okay, let me put it this way. Let's just, maybe there was one race that he came in second place in.
The Ivy League Championships is one race.
Thumbs up. Riley Gaines, who has spoken about how she competed against Leah Thomas and it was not fair. Leah Thomas suddenly switching your gender, competing against women is not fair. I am open to Leah Thomas.
You're going to say it's not fair.
Don't ask me a question and then cut me off when I give you the answer. It's just obnoxious. It really is. I am open to Leah Thomas and every other trans person having their own category at the Olympics and allowing them to compete. That is absolutely fine, having their own category at high school universities.
There is a whole lot of misinformation going on in this video, and let's just start with this. The really annoying chick with the terrible personality is actually right. Leah Thomas was a very high-ranked swimmer before she transitioned. So, and ultimately that means Candace was wrong. Candace was initially wrong about Leah Thomas. So why am I going to be defending Candace Owens? Well, it's simple. The girl who provided this new information, which is not readily available, you have to dig for it. The girl who's providing this new information with no real context, because the context actually is, while Leah Thomas was transitioning, that's when Leah Thomas fell off a cliff. Because Leah Thomas was actually a really good swimmer before she transitioned. She went from very good to now dominating in her field. So why is this inherently unfair? What's the actual outrage here? Why is Candace right and this girl with this terrible attitude wrong? Well, it's rather simple. Men have more body mass, they have more muscle mass, and if you have gone through puberty, you're going to have these two benefits from testosterone. It's that simple. It is an inherently unfair system, and a leftist shouldn't inherently understand that an unfair system needs protections. The people who would need their own separate safe spaces, so to speak, deserve to have them. And that's why women's sports deserve to be protected. It's why we don't let LeBron James dunk in the WNBA. It's really that simple, folks. And it's disappointing to know that Candace didn't know the whole truth about Leah Thomas, because truth be told, if you know the whole truth, it gives you nuance, and nuance doesn't sell on the internet. But the reality is this. You don't let men compete in women's sports. It is inherently unfair to the women that are competing in that pool. Because, like I just said, having LeBron James dunk in the WNBA is just not fair.